Well, I thought, all in all, it felt like a first football game. Felt like we played hard. I thought both teams played hard. I thought in a lot of areas we were sloppy, obviously in special teams. You rough a punter, you snap a punt over your head, you drop a kickoff on the 1 yard line, you muff another kickoff on the 7. And in turn, I think with all of that, BYU did a good job of managing field position. And I know that was something that they were focused on coming into the game, and it really paid dividends for them. If we were playing with a long field, they were playing with a shorter field. And when that happens, I think you feel like when you're marching and you're marching and you're marching, you can get into situations where you feel like, man, we got to maximize your opportunities because you don't know how many you're going to get when you got to work that hard to get the ball down the field. And that was the reason for the first fourth down attempt there early in the fourth quarter, or kind of early in the fourth quarter that we didn't make, and forced us into a situation where we had to go forward again late in the game, where we could potentially been in a situation for a tying field goal. So I know this one game won't define our season. We've got 12 more football games to play. I was proud of our effort, but there are things all of us can improve on, and we'll continue to try to improve upon.
Steve, what was kind of the philosophy on that last drive? Were you just trying to get the last shot and kind of run the clock?
I was just trying to run the best plays we could run. You know, I wasn't concerned so much about the last possession as I just wanted to make sure we weren't in chaos, we weren't panicking, we were running the best plays we had available to us at that time. And in turn, it wound itself down to where that was the last possession, really, of the ball game. And in realizing that, that's why we took the timeout prior to the fourth down snap to try to get a really good play call. And unfortunately, didn't work out. They got their hands up.
Was that a quick hit to Chris? Is that what you were trying to figure out?
That's where we were going with the ball. We had a few options. We had kind of an isolation play for Jermaine. They doubled Jermaine. We were working a little in and out combination for Devin Aguilar, and he could work to either Chris or to DeAndre Goodwin on the outside.
Can you talk about your philosophy and what you want to do with the running game today?
Well, we thought we had some things formationally to attack them with. We definitely were going to utilize Jake more than we had, and I thought we were able to do that. And then once we really came in, we were assessing what was happening. When we were in two backs, they were too physical for us, and they were knocking us around. So we went to more of a spread attempt, spread look, and we were able to create some runs that way and create some space.
Is that somewhat alarming that they were more physical?
No, I knew it going in. You guys asked me what were the keys going to the game. That's a physical football team, and they're physical on both sides of the ball. They play hard. They've got a real belief, which is, I think, a lot of it, if not all of it. And they believe they play hard, and they do. And they can knock you around, especially when it's those moments like we've talked about that are critical. It's 3rd and 1, and we're running the football, and we're not getting it. It's 3rd and 1 for them, and they're running the football, and they're converting.
How much of this still has to do with the team still not knowing, away from home, how to avoid those mistakes?
Well, I think it's part of that. I think we're finding out, and as a program, we're finding it's hard to win on the road against really good teams, and that's a good football team in a tough environment. And we were obviously in a very good situation at halftime, and for whatever numerous reasons, second half, if we don't score a point, you're not going to win.
What are some of those reasons in your estimation?
Well, I think, again, the field position is a factor right off the bat, where we're getting the ball. I think, too, our ability to create turnovers or lack thereof as a factor, that we're not able to change some of the momentum of the game, change some of the field position of the game. And then thirdly, when we're crossing the 50 to not score, we're not scoring points. We didn't score points. And that can kill you. And I don't know how, I think in the fourth quarter, 3 times we're on their side of the field and came out with no points. And ultimately, that's on me. We've got to do a better job.